Alright, let's get started. Hello everybody. Welcome to this week's NFL stream. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? If you're watching this later and you're like, what is this going on about? What is this gaijin going on about? Yeah, well, this is what I do every I guess Thursday around 12 o'clock at night in Japan. You know, whatever, right? Anyway, so this is my stream where I go over each week. Hey, Timu. Each week's games and stuff, and I look forward to week 8 every time too. So I look forward to the following week. Anyway, hello scores. Would you like to load? Not loading. Give me my scores. Oh, here we go. Week 7. And no one gives a shit about Max Kellerman. All right, here we go. Week 7. Broncos versus the Browns. I'm pretty sure I got that match wrong. Let me look at this. Yeah, I definitely got that match wrong. I'm doing pretty well in the pick'em pool, by the way. The preview of I already made my picks. Yeah, I got that wrong. I missed 3 matches. I gotta stop picking the Panthers. They suck. And I also misjudged the Bengals. Look, I'm being realistic, okay? I'm being realistic. I'm a realist when it comes to sports. But at the same time, I didn't think that the Bengals, had it in them to beat the Ravens the way they did. But we'll get to that in a second, okay? We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, let's go back to this. Yeah, Keenum looked decent, okay? But you know what it really was? It wasn't even, it was D'Ernest Johnson. What is it, the AAF graduate, who just completely torched a very shitty Broncos defense. But it was close in the end. If I had the Bengals, I would won 270. So you didn't pick the Bengals. Yeah. Broncos, y'all are sus. Figure out what you need to do. But I heard they're selling at the deadline, which is next week. So I guess they're going to punt the season. Browns. You guys got to upward climb in order to get to the, playoffs. But you might. I don't know. All right, here we go. Packers, Washington. This was a cakewalk for A-Rod. And, yeah, that wasn't bad. Washington, I guess, is still punting the season away. Nothing I need to say there, although Terry McLaurin had a pretty good game. Chiefs got destroyed by the Titans. Absolutely destroyed. And it's like I said a million times already. The Chiefs have been found out. They brought in different defensive pieces to play the same exact scheme that brought them to the Super Bowl. But here's the thing. It's not the scheme. It's the people. Okay? The Chiefs do not have the players to go for a playoff run. They don't. They do not. And even if they slip into the wild card, they're going to get blown out. Falcons, Dolphins. The Falcons are 500. The Dolphins are pure shit. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Dolphins. Are they getting rid of Tua? I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think it's Tua's fault. It's just bad coaching, Yeah, that's the thing with the Dolphins is they've ruined Tua. They really have. They had really good pieces last year that didn't fall apart, but they were also in a pretty gnarly division that was tripping over itself. So, speaking of said gnarly division, the Jets versus the Pats. This was like, I think, what's his name got injured, didn't he? Yeah, well, Flores had a good year last year, but I don't know. Yeah, this game was kind of nuts. I'm gonna go. Let's go at the game cast here. So it really wasn't even that much of a game for Mac Jones. I mean, he had 307 yards in the air, but well, the first touchdown was actually a pass from Kendrick Bourne, which is kind of funny. There was a run, field goal, touchdown, run. Or sorry, field goal, run. And these were all really short runs. So what this shows is that the Jets have just jag-off defense. And they're starting this guy against the Bengals this coming weekend. 2 interceptions. I don't know. Because Zach Wilson got injured. I mean, he only played a half, like, just a half. Oh, yeah, New York sports suck. It's just horrible. Not enough tanking on the planet could get them to the promised land of the playoffs, but, you know. Anyway, Panthers, you guys are done, aren't you? I don't know how the Giants wiped you guys, but yeah. That was kind of funny watching Danny Derps make a catch, and like a really good catch. That was pretty funny. All right, here we go. Bengals Ravens. I went to bed. All right, I was like, okay. The first quarter, they only scored 3 points, right? I went to bed about, I don't know, 10 minutes into the first quarter. And when I went to bed, and I noticed, I was like, oh, okay, this is a pretty good defensive matchup. They scored 14 points each of the 2 quarters. And they shut them out in the fourth, like each of the second half quarters right here. And they shut them out. Yeah. That's some pure dominance. Like, look at this. 8 receptions, 201 yards, 1 touchdown. He got, like, player of the week or something like that for this. Like, Jamar Chase is just, he's getting better and better and better every week. And one of the things that's funny about this is just, like, everyone's saying, like, everyone who knows Jamar Chase or knows how he plays, rather, they're like, oh, yeah, he's just getting started. Oh, yeah, he's just, he's knocking off some of the rust. I'm just like, this dude's this good knocking off rust. And it really is true. I mean, if you saw how they played against the Lions, I mean, you expected them to be really good. But, like, against the Ravens, a good Ravens team, but as people have said already, the Ravens are sort of suspect. They're playing down the competition. But the Ravens they never played down the good teams. They destroyed the freaking Chargers. I don't know what the hell happened to the Ravens. I guess the Bengals just have a much more complete team. But it's like, how did we lose to Chicago? Right? And then we lost in overtime to a really good Green Bay team. I don't know. I think, well, I guess knocking off the rust, warming up, and sort of that could be used as an excuse for the week 2 loss to Chicago. But, like, yeah, I mean, they've been absolutely solid. I mean, look at Joe Burrow's numbers here, by the way. You know, he had a lot of yards, but, like, every time you see Joe Burrow's stats, he doesn't throw that much. And each drive is really quick. What is it, like, I don't know, 6 plays, 7 play drives? Let's go to the game. Let's go to the box score here. This doesn't show what I wanted to see, but yeah. By the way, Uzama. I love that guy. He's coming into form. 4th round pick in 2015, I believe. Yeah. 2 tutties, 55 yard. One of them was 55 yards. He was only targeted 3 times. He had a great game. He was. This team is just simply, just convenient, extremely convenient. Joe Mixon, rushing touchdown. Perrine, I think Pirine, I believe his name is. He had a rushing touchdown, right? Like, I don't know, just Joe Burrow is one of the most, like, complete players ever. Like, look at this. Touchdown. 2 plays, 80 yards. 10 plays, 63 yards. 4 plays, 75 yards. 3 plays, 90 yards. 4 plays, 2 plays. Like, Jesus Christ, Bengals. They don't need that many plays. And right here, they've set up at 50. Okay, yeah, that's like a few times. Look at the amount of time of possession here. Time of possession, minute 48, 37 seconds. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. 1 minute, 39 seconds. 2 minutes, 15. They're barely holding on to the ball. Yeah. Like, this touchdown right here in the second quarter took, 4 minutes off the clock. This field goal took 3 minutes off the clock. the Bengals just, they're an incredibly efficient team. But look, I mean, even right here, though, you can see it. Less possession. I don't know. This team is absolutely legit. And I'm surprised. I really am. I expected the Bengals to come into form after a couple of years. But there's a lot of hope in Cincinnati right now for the Bengals, you know? That's the thing, that we cannot be complacent. That's the problem. That complacency has cost teams so many times in the past. We can't get arrogant. The Bengals are not arrogant. When you listen to Jamar Chase talk in post-game interviews, when you listen to Joe Burrow talk, when you listen to Uzama talk, they know that they're still trying to build and trying to make a culture for themselves. But they also know what the goal is. This is easily one of the best teams I've ever seen the Bengals field at this point. And I've seen them I've seen them field the 2005 team. I've seen them field teams, in the early 2000s that got wiped out in the first round. This team is a different culture. It's a completely different culture. No Marvin Lewis, no Chad Johnson, no Carson Palmer, none of the leaders of yesteryears, okay? Is Zach Taylor the coach to bring the Bengals to the promised land? I don't know. We'll see. This is his prove it year, and so far 5-2 after 7 weeks with really, really convincing wins. They're doing something right. Eagles, Raiders. I was kind of surprised this was. I don't know. They tried to come back into fourth. But the Raiders, without the shackles of John Gruden, are looking really good. And I'm actually kind of surprised at that fact. But, hey, what do you know, right? The Lions versus the Rams. What do you call it? All of those fake punts, those were fun. But in the end, they just couldn't hold it, And I feel bad. Like I said, I feel horrible for the Lions. They got a really good coach. They really do. This is easily one of the best Lions teams in terms of coaching quality. It's just there's no talent. And they have a really freaking tough schedule. It's just, I don't know. Out of all the teams that have really bad records right now, Dan Campbell's probably got the coldest seat. Even teams that are doing relatively well, like the Bears, for example, or the Colts, or I should say, or even the Saints, for that matter. Dan Campbell's probably got the coldest seat, because he's doing a good job. He's okay. I don't know. This is a stopgap quarterback at this point with what's his name? With Jared Goff. Like Jared Goff, I don't know. He fell off. Honestly, that year they went to the Super Bowl, he was carried by Todd Gurley and then completely exposed everything that it's just like Patrick Mahomes. All of Goff's skills, Todd Gurley, all that stuff was exposed by the Patriots, in my opinion, and everyone knew how to beat them from there on out. Anyway, Cards Texans. Do I need to say anything about this? This was scorigami, but I don't know how they gave up a safety in the first quarter. That was kind of weird, but I like scorigamis. So good job, butt chin team. You guys gave us something to cheer for this week. Bears, Buccaneers. Matt Nagy needs to be fired. What the hell was any of that? This is what I was afraid of with the Bears drafting Justin Fields. Justin Fields has potential if developed correctly. I said that during the live stream, during the draft live stream. Matt Nagy is a dipshit. He ruined Kiss and Titties, okay? Even though Kiss and Titties was boom and bust coming out of college. But, Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback. He's not. But he's not being developed properly. So it could be a Jared Goff thing where if you get a different coach with the Bears, he can develop really well, but he's already been exposed. His flaws are already exposed. Justin Fields he can't develop a pocket presence. Mostly because there's no offensive line with the Bears, but I don't know. And the Bucs continue to show that they want to win another Super Bowl. Although Tom Brady really didn't. The Bucs, okay, here's the thing. The Bucs have a sus defense. All right, their defense isn't that good. I'm just going to leave it at that. Colts 49ers, I don't know. This game was such a mismatch. Who's the 49ers head coach? He needs to be fired. He's not good. But yeah, this game was a wet and wild one. It was kind of funny. The Colts who played a dome just ran over the 49ers. And then another shitty team, the Seahawks shitty game rather, Seahawks and the Saints. Seahawks are nothing without Russ. Even then, I think Russ is cooked. Maybe the Seahawks should draft Desmond Ridder from the Bengals, or not the Bengals, the Bearcats, Cincinnati Bearcats, and develop him. But I don't know. Jameis Winston gets away with another win, another sus win. But yeah, all right. Well, let's go to my picks for this week. I already chose them yesterday because I did them on the phone with my dad because my dad got them in early. So actually, I might even change some of these. But let's take a look. All right, Green Bay at Arizona at home in Arizona. Green Bay without their receiving core is going to be kind of rough to watch. But we'll see in a few hours, okay? I'm going to go to bed and wake up early to see it because I'm curious to see how they play. But Arizona. Carolina versus Atlanta. Atlanta looks like they're getting into form. So I'm going Atlanta, and plus this is at home. But Atlanta's fans are in a really bad sense of apathy right now, so I don't know if they're even going to show up. But Carolina, you've been exposed, and you also have a lot of injuries and no Christian McCaffrey. So Buffalo, Miami. No other question shall be asked. Hey, look, another tank bowl. Surprising tank bowl. San Fran versus Chicago. I'm going Chicago at home. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Both teams are kind of weird, but I don't know if... I can always change this depending on what's going on because both teams are suffering from injuries. I'm still going Cleveland. Philly versus Detroit. This is where I finally think Detroit breaks that goose egg, okay? Look, Philly doesn't have that good of a team. They rushed Jalen Hurts, all right? And they have no offensive line. They're missing a lot of key pieces in their defense. Detroit has somewhat of a team that I think could beat Philadelphia, or at least hold their offense in check for Jared Goff to get a couple touchdowns. If they can't beat Philadelphia, I'm gonna be kind of sad. Okay, I'm gonna cry. All right, Tennessee versus Indy. This is gonna be a surprising game, but I think Tennessee's gonna run away with it. Cincinnati versus the Jets. No other questions shall be asked. Rams versus Houston. No other questions shall be asked. New England versus the Chargers. I call this game sus ball because both of these teams are sus, and I have no idea what to think about it. But I'm going Chargers here. All right. Seattle versus the Jags. All right. Timu, listen to me, man. If Geno Smith cannot beat Urban Meyer and the Jags, I think it's Pete Carroll's time to leave, you know? That would be the most embarrassing loss ever in the history of the Seahawks. So you better be rooting for your team, okay? You better be hoping they don't they don't spew a bunch of garbage all over the ground. Anyway, another potential tank bowl here. Is this a tank bowl? I don't know. This is more like an injury bowl to me. But anyway, Washington versus Denver. If Denver doesn't beat Washington, if they lose to Washington at home, fire the whole goddamn staff. Another sus bowl. And like I said, Tampa's defense is sus. But if Jameis eats a W, I'm going to be very happy. Anyway, another game where I think is going to be a blowout. This is Sunday Night Football, and then I call this one Sus Bowl as well. The Giants versus a very shitty Kansas City team. So yeah, there's my picks. I hope I don't suck balls. Where is my leaderboard, by the way? Let's take a look here. Where am I at? Okay, so the top guys have 75 points. There's a 5-way tie for first. Where am I at? I am way down here. Yeah, I'm down here. I got 69. Nice! But I'm moving up the ladder. I am extremely consistent so far. Where am I at? I'm down here at the bottom of this, aren't I? Yeah, here we go. 10-3 from last week. So, let me know what you guys think of my my picks. And let me know what you guys think of, how it's going to go for the weekend and whatnot or whatever. So, yeah. That's it. Another efficient live stream from me, 22 minutes. See y'all later, guys.